ready for a party. Dan and Mike and who's the other one? Dan, Mike, and Frank. Yeah, But that was my favorite crew of Monday Night Football Dan Deerdoff, Frank Gifford, and Al Michaels, man. And
Turn,
nobody was better.
turn out the lights. The party's over.
And I don't get don't and I know all my OGs would be like Howard Cosell and Dandy Don. I wasn't around for all that, dude. I wasn't. My dad was partying in clubs and things like that at that point in time when that guy was in the booth. You know what I mean? I was not a thought. I don't think my parents didn't even meet each other yet. So, I can't sit up here and claim. I can't claim him, but I can claim the three wise men. And Dan Deerdoff, Frank Gifford, and Al Michaels were gems. And the reason why they were gems was because Al Michaels is a great voice and he's a smart man. You know what I mean? He's going to do his research. But Frank Gifford was a good balance of what the NFL used to be, but he's such a classy dude. You know what I mean? He was a classy guy. You know what I mean? He wasn't rough and well, I love me some football. He was more let's go to the theater and watch a movie and watch this great play. But Dan Deerdoff, that guy sits right next to you in the bar and he talks a mile a minute and he got all the information in the world and all the best stories ever. So it was always fun. But let's go ahead. Monday Night Football. We got the Seahawks in 2-1. We got the Giants 1-2. We got both teams, looking pretty decent coming in here. Well, 1.5-point spread to the Giants. The over/under of 46.5. Jeff, who do you have winning this game, and what are your thoughts?
No, my true number was Seattle -2 with a 44.5. It's already up to 46.5 now. With I got a pick at South Point. I got -1.5 at Westgate and -1.5 at Circa. That number alone tells me that I think Barkley will be playing. Expect some points to be scored. My sleeper in this game is not Darren Waller, it's not Barkley, it's Jalen Hyatt for the Giants. Will score his first NFL touchdown. I'll make it short and sweet. I was looking for some regression from Seattle. You can run on him. Run on them, excuse me. Kenneth Walker looking real good on that side. DK fighting through some rib issues. Tyler Lockett doing his gentleman's duty every weekend. Haven't seen Mr. Njigba much, so maybe look for him to finally make a statement here. I like the Giants to get the win here, Pops. I really, truly do. I like them to get to 2-2, and I look for the Seahawks to falter to 2-2. I get to hear Giants +2. If you got them at -1.5, I apologize. Then I would take the Giants in the money line, Pops.
All right. Well, Jeff, you know what time it is. Look, we got 4 games that they should have just made a pick 'em. All right. So you ain't at fault about nothing. All right, because lines makers know what they did this week. It's 50-50 games, dude. Because last week they tried to throw in we got one size. They had 7 spreads that were over 7 last week. You know what I mean? So pretty much half the schedule was 7 or better. This week, most of the schedule is 2.5 or better. So that's what they're showing us. 3. That's what they're telling us this week. We're going 50-50-50 here. But this might be the best week for all the losers this week, in a sense. You know what I mean? Because now you kind of made it more easier for people that have been losing for the last 3 weeks. Y'all got to understand how this game works in the NFL. Y'all truly do, man. Like, seriously. Like, y'all got to really start getting this shit and listening. You know what I mean? And stop worrying about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift and all these people that had nothing to do with playing, scoring touchdowns and kicking field goals and getting sacks. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and be a little contrarian here. I know that Seattle is going to be the most popular pick here because the Seahawks have the better offense, but they don't have the better defense. Let's just keep it real. They have a defense that Daniel Jones can actually carve up and destroy. So, Jeff, your pick with the Giants is brilliant because they're playing at home again, And what happened last time they were at home? They got beat 40-0. This is the ultimate bounce back effort for a team. And do you want to embarrass yourself twice on national television? Because this game's on ABC. The game's not on ESPN. The game's going to be on ABC. That's national. That's local. That's Jeff's local network right there. Jeff can put in Channel 5 or whatever ABC is in Cape Cod, and it's right there. He doesn't have to go to a cable situation for that or a streaming situation. So that means everybody and their mama going to be watching the game Monday night. All right? So I know the Giants don't want to embarrass themselves again. So they won't embarrass themselves by losing by 40. They'll just go ahead and lose by 10 this time, Jeff. How about that?
There you go.
How about that? So I'm taking the Seahawks with the plus 105. And I know it's tricky because the Seahawks are not that automatic winner for you anymore. They are a team that you do have to question every time going in because the defense is that bad. It's really that simple. So, man, I had a lot of